What I'm about to tell you will change the way you think about attraction. Women rarely fall for the men most guys believe are irresistible. The loud ones, the jokers, the ones flashing cars, abs, or money. Those things grab attention, yes, but they don't create real desire. They don't command respect. They don't settle in someone's mind. The truth is quieter and far more powerful. What makes a woman feel something deep, what makes her linger in thought about a man, is not always what he offers her. It's often what he withholds. It's the silence between sentences, the steadiness of his presence, the restraint he carries like a quiet armor. That invisible space, that calm energy, is where true attraction lives. If you want the sort of presence that pulls people in without trying, not by loud performance but through inner control, you're in the right place. In this video, you'll learn to master presence, emotional tension, and restraint. You'll learn how to stop chasing and become someone who naturally draws interest. Stay with me, because by the end, you'll see flirting in a whole new light. Let's begin with a simple, essential truth. Younger women, and people in general, are starved for presence. They're overwhelmed with noise, notifications, performances, empty compliments. Saying you're beautiful means nothing if your attention drifts the moment she speaks. Attention without depth is hollow. What she craves is not surface validation. She wants to feel seen. She wants someone whose presence makes everything else fade, someone who makes time pause. Presence isn't about standing motionless or pretending to be perfect. It's about being fully awake in the moment. When you speak to someone, are you listening or already composing your next line? People feel that split second, whether your words come from habit or from focus. A man with presence sounds different, not because of clever lines, but because his attention lands where it should. He doesn't try to prove he's interesting. He simply is, by being fully there. That alone becomes magnetic. In a world that pulls people away from themselves, genuine presence makes someone feel rooted and safe. It calms the nervous system. It invites curiosity. A woman who experiences that ease relaxes. She becomes more open, more feminine, more alive. That's the chemistry many men never learn to create. Presence also means you're not afraid of silence. Silence isn't awkward, it's charged. It gives space for feeling. It lets imagination step in. When you can sit in quiet and not rush to fill it, you give the other person room to notice you, to wonder, to feel. Think of silence as a conversation between two nervous systems. A man who can hold still without scrambling for words has a kind of authority that's felt, not heard. His stillness says, I don't need to perform. I'm enough. That is magnetic in a way flashy gestures never are. This brings us to emotional tension, the true art of attraction. It's not drama. It's a carefully kept charge between two people, an energy that suggests possibility without immediately satisfying it. Emotional tension is the distance that makes the heart race. It's the anticipation of a moment that may or may not arrive. It's what gives weight to a look, to a pause, to a single sentence. So, how do you create that tension without being manipulative? It comes from restraint. Restraint is not denial of feeling. It's the discipline to choose your timing, to protect your energy, to not hand your attention away for free. People who give everything away instantly leave nothing to be earned. Rarity is seductive. When your attention is not freely given to everyone, it becomes valuable. That's the paradox. The less you give indiscriminately, the more desirable you become. Restraint needs calibration. It's not about cruelty or playing cruel games. It's about self-possession. You don't withhold because you want power over someone. You withhold because your time, your focus, your care have worth. And you need to protect them. That protective energy communicates strength, not arrogance. Where many men go wrong is confusing loudness with confidence. Flashy displays are a form of noise that scream, "Look at me." But true confidence whispers. It's calm, not frantic. It doesn't demand applause. It simply stands steady. And women, again, people, sense that steadiness instantly. Presence and restraint together create emotional gravity. She starts to orbit your calmness. You will notice that every glance, every meaningful pause, every measured word becomes significant. You will become a man who is felt before he ever speaks. Let's break this down into practical guidance you can use right away. First, listen more than you speak, not just hearing, but listening with presence. When she talks, let your attention rest on her. Don't plan your next sentence, let her words land. This signals that you're not there to perform for her, you're there to connect, and connection is what endures. Second, speak with economy. Say less, but make it matter. When you add weight to your words, they carry further. Short, deliberate statements land deeper than constant chatter. Use pauses. Use your tone. Let your silence do work for you. Third, master your energy. Before you engage, check your interior state. Are you restless, seeking approval? Or are you steady, comfortable in yourself? If you're unsettled, your energy broadcasts insecurity. Ground yourself, breathe, anchor your attention. A steady man offers a safe container, and safety breeds openness. Fourth, use restraint as strategy, not weapon. Don't withhold to manipulate, withhold to protect your peace and to ensure your presence means something. If you're always available and overeager, your energy becomes cheap. When you are selective, you become memorable. Fifth, embrace contrast. Attraction thrives on contrast. Warmth followed by quiet, a smile followed by reserve, closeness followed by space. This is not playing games, it's creating rhythm. Rhythm allows curiosity to build. It keeps the other person engaged, wondering, and coming back. Sixth, be comfortable with ambiguity. You don't have to immediately label everything. When you're okay with not knowing, you take the pressure off the interaction. People relax when the other person doesn't demand quick certainty. That relaxation opens doors to deeper connection. There's another layer. Presence is a mirror. When you're grounded, it gives others permission to be more themselves. A calm man lets a woman stop performing, stop proving, stop posturing. She feels safe enough to lower her defenses and be genuine. That's the deepest seduction, creating the space where someone can be real. All this is psychological, not mystical. It's simple human biology. When someone's nervous system feels safe, curiosity and desire can grow. When it feels chaotic, attraction shuts down. So, your job is not to impress, it is to be reliable in your energy, to be the man whose inner weather is steady and whose attention is chosen, not scattered. Now, to clarify a common confusion, presence is not passivity. It's not about being aloof or cold, it's about being intentional. You can be warm, sincere, and emotionally available, and still practice restraint. The key is that your availability is a choice, not a reflex. That choice is what creates value. When you act from choice, your actions have integrity. They align with what you want and how you want to feel. That integrity reads as leadership, not control. Women, people, are drawn to leadership that's generous, not domineering. Finally, the art of emotional tension must be practiced ethically. Never use these principles to manipulate or harm. Use them to become more present, more centered, and more honest. The goal is mutual curiosity and mutual respect, not game playing. When you embody presence, you'll notice a ripple effect. Your interactions become calmer, your connections become deeper, and people respond to you with authenticity. You'll stop chasing reactions and start cultivating moments that matter. So ask yourself, are you the man who talks to be seen, or the man who is felt even in silence? One will be forgotten soon after he leaves the room. The other will linger in memory for years. Remember this: presence is power, restraint is dignity, and silence is an instrument. Not because you're trying to trick anyone, but because you've learned to value your attention and to make your presence meaningful. Master that, and you won't need to shout for validation. You'll simply become someone others are drawn to, not by force, but by the quiet certainty of who you are. If this resonated with you, take a moment to reflect on one small change you can make this week. Listen more, speak less, let your pauses carry weight. Practice it once, then again. Presence builds like a muscle. Thank you for staying with me. Be calm, be steady, and let your presence speak the truth you don't always need to say.